Now, if you're thinking about relocating to Houston, you're probably wondering why it feels like this city just keeps chugging along while other big cities are seeing price drops, inventory stack up, and buyers really kind of bail out. Across the country right now, we're seeing a lot of housing markets start to cool. Inventory is rising, prices are flattening in many areas, and buyers are becoming more cautious. But Houston seems to just keep doing its own thing. People keep moving here. Companies keep expanding here. And the economy here continues growing even when other cities start slowing down. So today, I'm going to be breaking down exactly why Houston keeps attracting people from all over the country and why the demand here tends to stay strong even when other housing markets cool off. Because Houston has several structural advantages that most cities simply don't have. We're talking about one of the largest and most diversified economies in the entire United States, an international port that drives global trade, the largest medical center in the world, NASA's human spaceflight program, and one of the fastest growing metropolitan populations in the country. Once you understand how all of those factors come together, you'll start to see why Houston continues expanding year after year. And honestly, why many economists believe Houston could become one of the most economically dominant cities in the country over the next decade. Now, real quick, before we go any further, if this is your first time to the channel and you want to learn everything that there is to know about living in Houston, Texas, make sure that you subscribe below and tap that bell for notifications so that you can be the first to know about the current market here in Houston. My name is Travis, and my team and I get calls, texts, and emails every single day from people just like you who are looking to make their move here to Houston, and we just absolutely love helping people through that process. So look, whether you're moving in 9 days or 90 days, just give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email, and we will be happy to help you make that smooth move to Houston. All right, let's jump into why Houston's economy is so powerful. Houston isn't just another large American city. It's actually one of the most economically powerful metros in the entire country. The Houston metropolitan area now has more than 7.4 million people, making it one of the largest metro areas in the United States. But the real strength of Houston comes from its economic diversity. Houston is not dependent on just one industry. Instead, it has multiple global industries operating at scale: energy, healthcare, aerospace, manufacturing, shipping and logistics, engineering, technology. For example, Houston is home to the Texas Medical Center, which is the largest medical complex anywhere in the world. It includes more than 60 medical institutions, over 100,000 healthcare workers, and sees millions of patients from around the world every year. Then you have NASA's Johnson Space Center, which has been the headquarters for the Americans' human spaceflight program for decades. In fact, every astronaut who has gone through the International Space Station trained right here in Houston. And of course, Houston is widely known as the energy capital of the world. Major global companies like ExxonMobil, Chevron, Phillips 66, ConocoPhillips, Halliburton, all operate massive headquarters or operations right here in the Houston area. When you combine all of these industries together, something very powerful happens. You create an economy that doesn't collapse when one sector slows down. And that diversification is one of the reasons Houston has remained economically resilient for decades. But Houston also has another advantage most cities simply can't replicate. Houston also has something that makes it incredibly important to the global economy: infrastructure. Houston is home to Port Houston, which is the #1 port in the United States for foreign waterborne tonnage. Every year, more than 250 million tons of cargo move through that Houston ship channel. Energy exports, petrochemicals, manufacturing equipment, construction materials, consumer goods, all moving through Houston to destinations around the world. Port Houston alone supports more than 1.5 million jobs across Texas when you include the broader supply chain. Shipping companies, logistic firms, manufacturing plants, distribution centers, energy processing facilities. Entire industries are built around this port infrastructure. Houston is also one of the largest aviation hubs in the United States. George Bush Intercontinental Airport connects Houston to more than 180 global destinations, allowing businesses here to operate internationally. When executives, engineers, and specialists can travel almost anywhere in the world within a day, that becomes a huge advantage for global companies. Then when you combine Houston's infrastructure with Texas's pro-business environment, no state income tax, lower regulatory burdens, lower operating costs than most coastal cities, you begin to understand why companies continue expanding here. And every time companies expand in Houston, more and more employees relocate, more families move here, and more buyers entering the housing market, which lends directly into one of the biggest financial advantages relocation buyers experience when they move to Texas. Now, if you're watching this video because you're thinking about relocating to Houston, one of the biggest things we help our clients with is figuring out which areas of Houston actually fit their lifestyle. Because Houston is a massive city, and depending on where you work, your commute, the schools you want, or the type of community you're looking for, the right area can make a huge difference. Some people want master plan communities with top schools. Others want access to downtown, the medical center, or major employment hubs. And others want space, new construction, and larger homes in the suburbs. So if you're trying to figure out which part of Houston actually makes the most sense for you, that's exactly what my team and I help people do every single day. Again, my name is Travis, and if you're thinking about making the move to Houston, feel free to reach out at any time. We'd love to help you make that smooth move to Houston. All right, let's talk about the financial advantage that surprises most relocation buyers. One of the biggest financial advantages that people experience when relocating to Houston is the Texas tax structure. Texas has zero state income tax. Now that may not sound like a big deal at first, but when you actually run the numbers, it becomes one of the biggest financial differences people experience when they actually move here. For example, someone earning $200,000 per year in states like California or New York might pay $15,000 to $25,000 annually in state income taxes. If someone is earning $400,000 or $500,000 per year, those state tax bills can become even larger. But when those same professionals move to Texas, that state income tax disappears. The same salary suddenly produces significantly more take-home income. Now that additional income often gets redirected into housing, larger down payments, higher monthly budgets, or upgrading into neighborhoods that may have previously been out of reach. This is one of the reasons relocation buyers often arrive in Houston, and it feels like the homes here are an incredible value. Because when you combine lower housing prices with no state income tax, the financial math starts to shift dramatically. And that additional purchasing power is one of the reasons Houston continues attracting buyers from high-tax states across the country. Most housing markets rely almost entirely on local economic growth. If local job growth slows down, housing demand often slows down as well. But Houston operates a little bit differently. Houston has local demand just like any other major city, but it also has relocation demand layered on top of that. Every time a company expands here, every time a doctor relocates to work at the Texas Medical Center, every time an engineer moves here to work in the energy sector, a new buyer enters the housing market. Houston also consistently ranks among the fastest growing metro areas in the United States, according to the U.S. Census population estimates. And when population growth combines with job growth, housing demand tends to remain strong over long periods of time. Houston also maintains something that most coastal cities lost years ago: relative affordability. Even though prices have risen over the past decade, Houston still offers significantly lower housing costs compared to cities like Los Angeles, San Francisco, Seattle, Boston, New York, which means relocation buyers often discover that they can afford much larger homes when they move here. Now, whenever people talk about moving to Texas, there's that one topic that always comes up: property taxes. Because Texas funds a large portion of its local government services through property taxes instead of state income taxes. So while Texans don't pay state income tax, property tax rates here can be higher than what many relocation buyers are used to. Depending on the community that you buy in, effective property tax rates can range anywhere from 2% all the way up to about 3.6% once you include things like mud districts or other special assessments. Now, if you run the numbers on a typical home price here in the Houston area, let's say around $450,000 to $500,000, that could mean annual property taxes somewhere between roughly $10,000 to $16,000 per year, depending on the exemptions and local tax rates. And for some buyers relocating from states with lower property taxes, that number can feel a little surprising at first. But here's the key thing relocation buyers quickly realize once they start looking at the full financial picture. In many high tax states, homeowners are paying both state income taxes and property taxes at the same time. So someone earning $200,000 per year in California or New York might be paying $20,000 or more in state income taxes before they even look at property taxes. But when those same buyers move to Texas, that entire state income tax disappears. So even if they end up paying $10,000 or $12,000 in property taxes on a home here in Houston, they may still come out significantly ahead overall. And when you combine that with Houston's relatively affordable housing compared to many coastal cities, the total cost of home ownership can be extremely competitive. But there is one group of buyers that benefits from Texas property tax laws even more than most, and that would be military veterans. Texas is widely considered one of the most veteran-friendly states in the country when it comes to property taxes. Veterans with service, connected disabilities may qualify for property tax exemptions depending on their disability rating through the Department of Veteran Affairs. Those exemptions increase as the disability rating increases, but the biggest benefit applies to veterans with a 100% service-connected disability rating. In Texas, veterans who qualify at that level can receive a full property tax exemption on their primary residence. That means zero property taxes on their home. For many veterans, that can represent a huge financial advantage. Because when you combine a full property tax exemption with Texas having no state income tax, many veterans are able to significantly reduce their overall tax burden compared to other states. Houston also has a strong veteran community because of the industries located here. Aerospace companies, engineering firms, energy companies, logistics and transportation industries. Many of these sectors actively recruit veterans because of the leadership experience and technical training they bring from military service. So for many families transitioning into civilian careers, Houston often offers both strong job opportunities and meaningful tax advantages. And that's another reason people continue relocating to this city from all over the country. But who exactly tends to move here? So when you look at all of these advantages together, Houston tends to attract several different types of relocation buyers. First are high-income professionals relocating from high-tax states, engineers, energy professionals, corporate executives, finance professionals, technology specialists. Many of them quickly realized that moving to Texas can significantly increase their take-home income simply because of the tax structure. The same salary suddenly goes a whole lot further. And that allows them to upgrade their lifestyle, their home size, or the type of neighborhood they can afford. Second are healthcare professionals. With the Texas Medical Center being the largest medical complex in the world, Houston attracts doctors, nurses, specialists, researchers, and healthcare administrators from all over the country. Thousands of medical professionals relocate here every single year because of the scale of opportunity within the healthcare system. Third are project management and construction professionals. Houston is constantly building, new neighborhoods, new master plan communities, commercial developments, energy infrastructure, industrial facilities. Because the region just continues expanding, it creates strong demand for project managers, engineers, construction professionals, and skilled trades. Fourth are corporate, finance, and sales professionals. Houston's economy includes global energy companies, major logistic firms, healthcare systems, manufacturing companies, and international trade operations. And all of those industries require leadership, sales, and business development professionals to support that growth. And finally, Houston also attracts retirees. Many retirees relocate here because Texas has no state income tax, a relatively affordable cost of living, and access to world-class healthcare through the Texas Medical Center. And so when you combine all of those groups together, professionals, families, entrepreneurs, and retirees, you start to see why Houston continues attracting people from all over the country. And when population growth and economic opportunity move together like that, housing demand tends to follow, which leads us to Houston's long-term advantage as a city. So when you take a step back and look at the bigger picture, Houston's advantages don't disappear when markets shift. They actually compound over time. You've got one of the largest and most diversified economies in the country, the largest medical center in the world, the energy capital of the world, one of the busiest ports in the United States, NASA's human spaceflight headquarters, and millions of people continuing to move here for opportunity. And when you combine economic growth, population growth, and global industries all in one city, it's not hard to understand why Houston keeps winning even when other markets slow down. And this is exactly why so many people are quietly moving to Houston right now. Now, if you're thinking about relocating to Houston, or you already live here and you want to understand which neighborhoods actually fit your lifestyle and budget, that's exactly what my team and I help people do every single day. Just give us a call, send us a text, or shoot us an email. All of our contact information is going to be below in the description. And if you want to learn about the number one mistake most people make when moving to Houston, then watch this video right here where I break down the mistakes that most buyers make and don't even realize it until after they have already moved here. Well, my friends, until next time, we hope to show you around town.